I'm Krista Bailey with IU South Bend Center for a Sustainable Future, here to show you another way you can experience sustainable Michiana. But what does that mean? So a quick review, we have to have a prosperous local economy, of course. We also want to make sure that us people are healthy and our cultures are thriving. And of course, we want to preserve and enhance the environment, so keeping a balance with those. So what I've found here locally is a local business that is focusing on health, active lifestyle, and uplifting some of our culture and health aspects. So this is Scotty Schultz with BikeStream RV. So this is an incredible feature, and this is a business that you started. So a local homegrown business here in Elkhart. So tell me a little bit about why you did this.
Okay.
And what this is all about.
All right. Well, we wanted to do some camping behind our bicycles, and I thought for sure somebody would be making something that we could do that. Found out that people had done it on a do-it-yourself basis, but never brought it to the public in a mass-produced way. So we're here in the RV capital of the world, so we started building them and selling them.
Correct. So the entrepreneurial spirit alive and well here. But why? So why bicycling? And I mean, you could have done any kind of RVs.
That's a great question. I have a couple of businesses. One of my other businesses, I supply parts to the RV industry, and I love the RV industry. I love the dynamism that it brings to Elkhart County. But it also kind of struck me as a little bit incongruous that you would take 4 TVs and marble countertops out into the wilderness with you, okay? So this is definitely a different niche. It's geared towards the people that really want to get back and connect with nature. They want to do it without using up a lot of gasoline. And I think that in a traditional RV, you load up the family and you take off and you drive 700 miles to get there. And then the vacation starts. With this, getting there is part of the trip. You're on your bicycle, you're going slow enough to smell the flowers, see the people, wave to them, talk to them, and the trip is part of the vacation.
So it's an active vacation, fostering kind of a healthy lifestyle, and of course you're noticing the environment that's all around you, but also having a minimal impact on it. So it's a real win all the way around. Well, this is really a weird shape, I'll just say it. So tell me a little bit about what we're going to find in here. Why would I maybe pull my RV on my bike instead of having the marble countertops and TVs?
Okay.
What's special about this?
Okay. Well, first off, it's a hard-sided RV, okay? And that does provide you security from rain, other elements, and Mother Nature, all right? Your gear goes inside while you're traveling, so it stays dry. Even if you end up getting wet on the bicycle, your gear is going to be dry. And when you get to the campsite, you can set it up in about 90 seconds and be inside, get out of the rain, get dried off, and start enjoying what Mother Nature brought you, the rain. All right?
Lovely. And along the way, not polluting the environment and actually getting better about it.
Yeah.
Well, so I think we've hit all these sustainability elements just like that. It's incredible. So hopefully we'll see more of these cruising around this area, supporting this local business, being healthier people, and having a low impact. How can people maybe try this out? Is that possible? I mean, can I try one out?
Absolutely.
And what can folks do to see how this works?
We did find it's such a new concept that people have a hard time getting their head around it. So in addition to selling them for $2,395 complete, and that's delivered anywhere in the lower 48, in addition to selling them, we offer a weekend camping vacation that we do right here in northern Indiana. Beautiful weather, as you can see. And we've got 3 options on the table right now. A deep dive into Indian culture, Native American culture in Indiana, okay? A deep dive into the 3rd largest Amish community in the United States.
Yeah.
You're gonna eat like kings and queens when you go out with us, okay? And the 3rd one is an examination comparing modern industrial methods of agriculture to more traditional organic methods and some of the problems that arise. So there's an educational component to all we do, but it's also fun. You're getting out in nature, and it's the only place in the planet that you can do this right here in northern Indiana.
Well, we are pretty special. And I mean, you can learn so much on these trips, not
Absolutely.
just about the RV, but about our culture. So again, kind of hitting all the sweet spots there. Can we look inside, or does it have to
Sure.
stay shut while it's on the bike?
Why don't we go over to this gray one over here and we'll take a look inside of that.
Okay. Well, this is a pretty powerful bike hooked up here.
Yeah, those are both e-bikes. You don't have to use an e-bike to pull them. My 12-year-old granddaughter can pull it behind a traditional bike.
Okay.
I'm
so
61
you're looking
years
for more
old.
like a road bike or like a hybrid bike? What's going to work best? If
All of
you're
our
looking
trips
for
are
this?
on pavement. Okay, we don't do any gravel or into the woods. Okay, we go into the woods, set up camp. From there, you can take your bike camping. Okay, but these are primarily made to get you from point A to point B on paved roads.
Okay, so you don't need the special bike necessarily to get one of these.
No.
Okay. That was a major question of mine.
Yeah, that's it. And everybody worries about that. I'm 61 years old. I'm 100 pounds overweight, and I've got 2 bad knees. And I have actually pulled 2 of these hooked up in tandem together.
Ooh.
There's a video of it on my Facebook page. If you don't believe me. So if you want to take a look inside, this is only part of the setup process, but if you want to take a look inside.
Oh, there's little plates and cooking gear in there. That's
Yeah,
adorable.
and included in that $23.95, you get a camp stove, you get a sink, you get a water supply.
This looks like my Girl Scout mess kit.
It is. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. And you would pull that rug down here so you don't get your knees dirty when you're getting in and out. And then there's plenty of room inside for sleeping in complete comfort.
And it's insulated, it looks like. So
Yeah.
maybe I could take this on a winter camping.
For liability reasons, I'm not recommending that.
Okay.
But I will tell you that I've slept in it myself when it was 11 degrees outside.
Oh, wow.
There's no furnace, but my body produced heat, and it got the internal temperature up to 57 degrees. So there was no chance of me freezing to death. It just wasn't cozy.
There's like a little dry sink in here.
Yes.
It looks like a tiny house on wheels.
That's the whole idea.
Wow.
You want to have everything that you're going to need, and as you can see, there's plenty of room for your gear. When you get to the campsite, you can stow some of your gear underneath. Put a tarp down and stow some of your gear underneath. Then you get inside, and you're ready to go.
Very cool. Is this a skylight up here?
Yeah.
Nice.
This has a clear
Okay.
cover, so you can see the moon or the stars while you're camping.
Beautiful.
If there's ambient light and you want to shut it off, there's a privacy curtain that you Velcro onto the inside to keep the light out of your eyes, but if you do want to watch
Okay.
it. And then, of course, it's screened so that bugs can't get in.
Thought of
This
everything.
keeps it a lot cooler in the summertime because it's
the
right
heat
above your
rise
head
out.
and your breath automatically goes right out the thing. Now, if it's raining, you have to put the cover on or you're going to get your face wet.
Wow. It seems like you thought of everything. But,
Well-
I'll tell you, as a sustainability person, one thing that comes to mind before I buy anything is this just trash waiting to happen? I mean, when I'm done with this someday?
When we started the company, we thought it would be much easier to build the company from the ground up in a sustainable manner than to get bad habits started and then try to correct them down the path.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the first things I did is I went out and bought a book by the fellow that started Patagonia, and he's been doing it for 3 or 4 decades.
Yep.
And he taught me how to do it. We incorporated virtually every idea that he had in that book into BikeStream RV from the ground up. I have saved every bit of every bit of scrap that I've generated in building the 6 prototypes that I built so far, and they all fit into one plastic 35-gallon trash can, okay?
Wow.
I'm very proud of that, and I'm glad you
should
asked
be.
about it because that was one of our missions. Do no harm to the planet Earth. There is no B plan.
Right.
We don't have a planet B.
And as
So we
say
have to
at
take care of
school,
this
there's
one.
no way.
Right.
Like this trash doesn't go anywhere. It's still
Yeah.
with us. So
Yeah.
when I'm done with this,
That's
happens?
yeah. So Patagonia, when you wear one of their jackets and it's all worn out, you can turn it back in and they'll give you money for it, and then they recycle all of the parts. We do
Yep.
the same thing. When you're done with this, no matter what it looks like, you bring it back to the factory. We're going to give you $300 towards the purchase of a new one, right then and there, and we will make sure that every bit of scrap is either reused or ends up in the recycling stream. Not one single zip tie is going to end up in the throat of a sea tortoise or a dolphin. That's our promise to you.
Excellent. I love it. Okay, well, maybe we need to give them a little test run, huh? See how they feel?
Can't wait. Let's go.
Okay, let's try it out. Well, I better shut it up first.